the drivers then, all ready to do battle. Jack Beeson, the Australian, Arvid Lindblad there, the officials. And Freddie Slater, along with Charles Leung. Some nervous, some eager to get on with it. So there are the drivers ready to go into battle.
This way, that way. And that's a relieved Macau official indicating where to go. I think we're now doing the full class now.
So, yes, register will be taken, but we should have everybody.
You're late. Oh, we're counting them as well, just to make sure that they're all here, which is placed first. And following on from that, we will have the photograph opportunity, and then the drivers can do what they want to do, as in put the helmets back on, get into the cars, and begin the build-up to the race as far as the machinery is concerned.
BIANCA BUSTAMANTE there, the McLaren Driver Development Programme member. And, Dragon, the Japanese character. Macau Grand Prix Organising Committee, as Ai Yong-gu greets and poses with the Formula 4 race drivers in the company of the President of Sports Bureau and Coordinator of the Organising Committee, Mr. Pun Weng-kun, and the President of the Automobile General Association Macau, China, and Coordinator of the Sporting Subcommittee, Mr. Chong Kok Bang.
Begin to get themselves ready, gloves on, helmet on, they'll be strapped into the cars. We are on the final countdown to get this 12-lap race underway. BIANCA BUSTAMANTE is popping the hair down the back of the overalls over the balaclava. Does up the race up.
Then Jack Beeton and Ethan Ho are ahead of Rafael Narak and the Chinese F4 Championship leader, Macau driver Thiago Rodriguez. BIANCA BUSTAMANTE goes from 9th ahead of Enzo Ye, Mika Koyama and Xiao Kunpeng. Then it is past winner in the IMSA Macklin Porsche days they used to share with the likes of Patrick Pilet, amongst others. And as the grid is being cleared, formation lap ready to get underway. That's BIANCA BUSTAMANTE, who has been racing in the F1 Academy, 7th in the championship with 2 wins this year, and managed by a race winner already today, Daryl O'Young. But she was a W Series driver and then drove in the probably in the history of the category in terms of an international shootout. We've got a couple of cars that don't want to get off the line, and if you are last away and everybody else has gone past you, you should not overtake to get your grid position back. I think everybody has got away. Yeah, and the last car on the grid was the last away. In other words, Liu Kai-shun was at the back, so therefore everybody is away and is able to take their grid position as you look down onto that bit of speedy dry coming out of Mandarin, and they've got to be mindful of that on lap 1 as well. Entry, and then the red lights will be on.
And we are about to get our 12-lap race for the Macau Formula 4 race underway. The red lights are on, they go out, and a very good start from pole position for Arvid Lindblad. Gets away, gets off the line well. Everybody else jostling for position as they go on this all-important run down ultimately to the overtaking position. Look at them all sorting themselves out in order. Great start there from the top 3 cars.
And Lindblad, you saw going left and right, trying to break the toe from Freddie Slater, who is right there in the wheel tracks, and now he's getting the slipstream all the way down to Lisboa. What he wants to do, if he can, is to try to get up on the inside line. Lindblad covers that off. Charles Leung gets a toe from both of them. Freddie Slater to the outside line. Lindblad locks up. Slater locks up in avoidance. He's going to go deep into the corner.
Leung gets up the inside, but he can't quite go through.
Leung gets up the inside, but he can't quite go through. There's drama, and that eliminates 2, 3, 4 already. And I think the first one that ploughed into the barriers there, well, that's going to go nowhere. We're going to end up with a safety car, I rather think. We'll wait and see whether a neutralisation comes next.
That was nearly a gift moment for Charles Leung, wasn't it, going through Lisboa? That's a look at it once again. He has a look on the inside. They just avoid front and rear wheels touching as they go on the run down towards San Francisco. And this is where the car park started. Everyone else trying to funnel through the pinch point.
Mika Koyama, number 8, was that's what opened the door for Leung.
It was, and we are going to require a lift. There are multiple cranes down there at Lisboa, and for a very good reason as well.
So those two then at the end of the safety car lap in the pits, but for the race lead. Now Lo Seho looking for a way around Sean Tong. That Hyundai has woken up this morning. It's quicker than the Honda. Now he's going to try to find the gap, and he's doing so in the really narrow part of the circuit. Whether Sean Tong is doing this deliberately, as we've got a car off up the escape road at Lisboa, that is 85 Tan Chia Hong. Whether Sean Tong here is slackening the pace off where he knows there's no way for Lo Seho to overtake and then exploit the speed of the Honda on the wider part of the circuit, we'll find out. But right now they're nose to tail for the lead.
This is a great battle, isn't it? And let's hope that that car was just down the escape road. You hear the tyres.
Oh.
There's, yes, oh dear. So Sean Tong ends up just hitting the barrier at police, reverses up, heard the squeal of tyre.
Have a look, was there contact or did Sean Tong make a mistake? I thought he just locked up, and I still think he just locked up.
We heard the tyre squeal,
Yeah,
didn't we?
I think Lo Seho was close, but I don't think races, the second one having a reverse grid, and that was semi-reverse grid, that's a stranded Honda.
Left-hand front of Sean Tong's car is coming down. We're going to see what happened now to the 77 car, and it was a little bit of a moment with Sean Tong, wasn't it?
Yeah, Sean Tong was trying to lap him, and Ouyang Zheng Wei was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he got turned into the wall. So Sean Tong may have a case to answer there. That's going to be looked at.
Is that why Sean Tong's left side of the front splitter looked to be even closer to the ground then?
Very possibly. Very possibly. But yeah, I mean, you could say that would be looked at for causing the collision. So finish behind the safety car. There is Sean Tong. There's the puncher.
Oh dear, oh dear. So yeah, it was sitting down a little bit more on the left-hand side. This is very, very bad news for Sean Tong. Of course, another race at the end of the day, same distance at the end of the day. But 9-lap racing prospect at the end of the afternoon, penultimate race of the afternoon. But Sean Tong is going to be hoping for better luck in race 2. He judged qualifying perfectly yesterday, but everything has not gone according to plan in race 2, and the wall wounded is coming back to pit lane.
He's going to start 10th on the semi-reverse grid for later on in the day, but right now Sean Tong limps to pretty much everywhere they are to the wall, trying to make the most of the limited width of the road. The lead gap is still hovering at 9/10 of a second. Marcello another fastest lap though, we're in the 16s. Mortara third, Van der Linde fourth, then it's Sarah ahead of Farfus. This is Van Thor, he's 7th at the moment, and there are the leaders, and again with Van der Linde closing on Mortara. This is where he's got to try and open the tap on that BMW, but he's not going to get close enough in time. He's edging to the left and to the right to try to unsettle the Audi. Good luck with that.
Fates a dummy to one side, Jinx to the other. There is no way around Eduardo Mortara. Hugely experienced, hugely successful here at Macau, and this is a treat. Looking back from the
once again, and he's just edging away. It's only by under a 10th, but it all adds up. And here, look, Mortara, on this narrower part of the circuit where there's no chance of overtaking, is right there on the back of Engel. So here, you don't really have to do a great deal of defending because it's just unfeasible for a big wide car to get past. A little bit different maybe in one or two of the other categories that race here over the 2 weekends this year. And the Melco hairpin, as Alan made the point already in the weekend, has this permanent yellow flag, which means don't even think about it.
No, there wasn't the space, is there? I don't know how they get these cars around. It is quite incredible. But also, they don't lose time because the exit from the Melco hairpin sets them up for this quick run down through Blacks. And Augusto Farfus once again puts in the overall best sector in Sector 1. Augusto Farfus in that BMW. They're just suited. They go so well hand in hand over the course of the 4 days. And there is an incident down at Lisboa. They all begin to rub paintwork and a green flag.
Extra, and that, I'm afraid, in the wall looks like David Chen's Ferrari. And that's gone a long way into the tyre stack, hasn't it? It's embedded in there by the look of it. David Chen was in 14th place. That was behind that little battle that we were looking at going to San Francisco. But that's going to take a little bit of retrieval, I fear. So this is what Maro Engel has been hoping for. An interruption maybe that will give him a lifeline. Can that car be moved, or are we going to have a safety car is deployed? That's the answer.
Yep.
Safety car deployed.
The car is deeply buried into that tyre wall. Now that tyre wall is 2 tyres deep and very, very well lassoed together.
That was Kevin Astra dive-bombing Earl Bamber, so they might be representing Porsche, but no love lost. And then there was contact. That takes the rear diffuser off Est's car, and Christopher Hauser says, thank you very much. Through he goes, 2 places, handed on a plate. It's Christmas.
Thank you very much indeed. up San Francisco Hill with the job done. And then you see the car buried in the... So, under the control of the safety car and under the control of the crane for the 52 car of Chan Wei-an.
Oh, it's a mess, isn't it?
It's, yeah.
There's going to be a black and orange flag offered to that Ginetta, and a red flag is being shown. Red flag is shown, and that's why, because there is mayhem on the run down the hill. There's a BMW facing the wrong way, the track is blocked, and so the race is suspended. It's not stopped, it's suspended.
There's a lot of fluid down there as well.
You're right. So, which is the BMW that's facing the wrong way? That is Li Yanhan's car, isn't it? 39.
Leo Che Ren.
Ah,
yeah.
Is it?
Is it
No, Li Yanhan.
Li Yanhan.
Yeah. So he's the one that's presumably got it wrong, hit the barrier, put the liquid down and spun, and nobody can get past him.
Not the first time we've had a circuit completely blocked by GT completely blocked track.
So he got it wrong coming out of Donna Maria, hits the barrier. Now he might have had a bit of help in that because there was another car close by, but then he ends up in the middle of the road and suddenly the car park forms, doesn't it?
It does, there is no way
Boom.
To deal with everything else that we were given with safety car interventions, but not so when you have a completely blocked track.
So it will be a safety car restart. What will most likely happen is they'll be brought either to them. So lessons being learned, but you get the feeling that they will be very popular on GT4 grids next year, especially given the shape and general BAP.
There's a lot of fluid that's gone down there, and
it's a wreck Mercedes as well, isn't it?
It is a very poorly Mercedes. What a shame! What a big shame! And see, already they're dealing with the fluid that's gone down before they've even got the cars begin to be sorted out.
I reckon that liquid has come out of the Porsche because we know that Porsche radiators are at the front. And if you think about the force with which Zheng Jianfeng hit. So there is the BMW. Now, has the Mercedes picked up damage already by being involved in that accident? I think it has. Although 17 and 19. Here comes the Porsche. Bang! Straight into the back. And
a nudge into the BMW as well.
I think the two Mercedes sort of incurred damage, secondary impact, thanks to the Porsche.
Yeah, what a shame. And that was, quite a reasonable impact from the Porsche, wasn't it?
Yeah. So 19, William Chun's car is the one that didn't seem that badly damaged until it all kicked off around it. Terence Say's Mercedes number 17, I think, has got going again. But the Porsche of Zheng Jianfeng, that's going to have quite a bit of frontal damage.